If anyone is in the house, this is the Virginia bushcrafter out in the bush doing his thing. Let's see if anyone comes in before the big day tomorrow. I thought I'd get my fun in while I could. I'm gonna try to get out this weekend. Hopefully I can. I don't know. But if I am able to get out, AKP, how you doing, my man? KL salute. How are you? Hey, thank you guys for joining in, man. Hey, I am out in the bush trying to get it in before the weekend. Hey, Southern Tier Prepper, how are you? Coffee, as always. How you doing? So you guys ready for the big day tomorrow? Hey, no diets. It's all off. Tomorrow is the big day. Correct? Tomorrow's the 26th? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, guys, I'm out here in the bush. Hoping that good. I'm glad to see you doing well, KL. Yeah, I'm out here in the bush, hoping that I can do an overnighter this weekend. I'm not sure. So what I did, I used a brand new saw, which is awesome. The Agawa, it's the Boreal 20, cuts on the push and the pull, and it has ranch blade. It's very aggressive. Man, that thing cuts wonderfully. So I cut some large logs. Hey, Pilgrim, how you doing, man? I cut some very large logs, and so that if I am able to get out this weekend, when I make my fire, I don't have to look for a lot of wood. These logs, I can just slide them in as they burn and break in the middle. Then I can just slide them on in. And then I used an Estwing Estwing axe. Man, I cut a log. I chopped a log. Hey, Orlando, how you doing, man? I did a log today. Man, it was massive. And I'm going to show it to you. I just finished eating. I did some ramen noodles with steamed vegetables. It's something that I learned from Blackie Thomas. So, hey, Al, how you doing? It's something that I learned from Blackie Thomas, and it worked okay. I kind of spilled some of my vegetables, but hey, I scooped them up and I did what I had to do. But yeah, something about you take this, you take your take this, you wrap foil around it, then you take it off. Hey, Black Guns and Garden, how you doing, man? And then you wrap it around with foil paper. You take the foil paper log and you put the foil paper over this. I used another piece of metal for a grill. Put the vegetables on top of that and steamed them. It turned out okay. But you know, I'm always trying to learn stuff from other bushcrafters. But yeah, I learned that from Blackie Thomas, how to steam vegetables in the bush using a mess cup and foil paper. Yeah, hey, Whiteside Tactical, how you doing, man? Yeah, so I know you guys got big plans for tomorrow. My plans are, hey, just eat some vegetables, eat some fruit, go hang out with my grandkids, son, and get back here. And I'm really trying to do an overnighter this weekend. Yeah, you know the thing, I want to do an overnighter because, hey, Abby, how you doing? I want to do an overnighter because I think overnighters are easier. Whereas when you come out for one day, the part that is not so enjoyable is packing up. When you try to put everything back together, it's really something. Hey guys, but let me show you. I hope the Wi-Fi shows this really well. I want to show you the wood that I processed and the tools that I used. So let's go over here and take a look. So, this is everything that I processed. I use this saw. Man, this thing is a beast. Look at the teeth on that. Very, very aggressive. And this is the axe that I use. I've had this axe for a long time, but it's the very first time I brought it out into the bush. And here's one of the logs. Oh, let's see here. This is the log that I chopped with it. Man, it took me, I'm gonna say, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. But this is the one I chopped with this. So I have all of this wood. All of this wood is for next weekend or this coming weekend if I'm able to get out. So I don't know. Can you guys see that? I hope you guys can see that. But yeah, that's all the wood that I processed this, and it's behind my tarp. So let me, you can see my fire is out now. But let me get back over here. But yeah, that's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to try that saw out. And I wanted to actually really chop a very, very, very large log. So yeah, I hope you guys were able to see that. But that's what I'm going to use on my next overnighter. Man, I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that I can get out Sunday night or Monday night. We'll see. But yeah, that's what I'm doing, man. You know, the thing is, you got to get out in the bush. And you know, I have a premiere tomorrow, and I just realized, hey, that's on the 26th. So more than likely, I'm going to change that, I don't know, to the 27th, because I know today is the 25th, tomorrow's the 26th. I don't know. Then I may just let it go tomorrow. But it's on the 10 C's. Well, actually, I'm illustrating the 10 C's. But I'm really now thinking about. I was checking out something, and I want to really do something about. It's called 15 things for bushcrafters. If you really want to start out, and those 15 things cover a lot. And the thing about it, it even covers fishing, hunting, and trapping as part of bushcrafting. So is tomorrow the big day, November 26th? That's what I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't keep up with the days. Honestly, guys, see, I'm retired, so I don't keep up with the days. It wouldn't let me spell Estwing. Yeah, that's the spelling of Estwing. Escwing. Yeah, I used a 26-inch axe, and yeah, I mean, I have 3 of those Estwings. That's a 26-inch. I have an 18.5-inch, and I have a 13-inch. But it has a 4-inch cutting edge, and it's very, very thin. So it's basically for felling trees. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay, Granny? Yeah, the 26th, because November 26th is my nephew's birthday. So I gotta remember. I gotta call him. Yeah, he's in San Antonio, Texas. So Thursday is, yep, yeah, I'm not good with the days. I just can't keep up with the days. But well, I know I'm gonna be with my son and his kids tomorrow, and I'm really, then I may have jury duty Wednesday. I don't know. So I got to see what happens. But I want to do an overnighter this weekend. I thought so. So they make great. Oh yeah, they do make great hammers. And you know, I'm gonna tell you why I like the Estwing. I like the Estwing because it's 1095 carbon steel. you don't ever have to worry about the head loosening. I just purchased a marble bearded axe. I really bought it, guys, because of the aesthetics. I haven't brought it out. It's a beard axe. It has like a 5.5 inch cutting blade, and it's made out of I think it's called brown wood, which is it's very high. It's either walnut wood or rosewood or something like that. That's supposed to be very high, have high density. So I want to bring that out as well. But I wanted to do some serious chopping. I've never done serious chopping, and I'm gonna tell you, it was tiring, but it was fun. So it's always when you do something for the first time, that's the most difficult time. But there, I mean, the reason why I wanted to chop it because it was so low to the ground, and I didn't like the Estwings. Yeah. I these logs are so low to the ground; they're not on the ground, but I can't let all this good fat wood and pine wood go to waste. So, I mean, I mean, this place is beginning to look a little different since I'm using so much of the wood. I'm gonna look for the S-wing hatchet. The hatchet is the sportsman's guide. I mean, the sportsman. It's called the S-wing Sportsman. It's 13 inches. It has a brown leather handle that is lacquered. It's lacquered, and it's really nice. It has a 3.5 inch cutting edge. But the good thing about the S-wings, they have a very narrow head, very narrow edge. So they're basically for felling trees, and they do bite very well. And they all have a convex grind. Let me just get mine. I can explain it more when I have it in my hand. Let me just get it. Okay. Yeah, okay. Now, uh, notice how thin this is. Very thin. The edges here, very thin. And it only widens at the back of the head here. But it bites very well. And it has a convex grind. There are no angles, no bevels until you get here. Now, what a lot of people do, they'll put a micro bevel on the end. But I just left it as it is because I don't want my axe is sharp, but I don't want it to be so sharp that it becomes brittle. But and this one, I don't even have any dings or anything in it. No dings or anything in it. But yeah, this one is 26 inches. But I like it. Man, this thing, and the thing is you got to practice safety. So whenever I'm chopping at the 45-degree angle going on the right side of me, I'll take my left leg and put it behind me so that if the axe bounce, it's not going to hit my leg. And I would do the opposite. When I'm chopping to the left, I will put my right leg behind me in the event it bounced, because that happens to a lot. I've known that to happen to people before, and those are some serious injuries, But yeah, so safety. If you get tired and you're chopping, stop and rest. Hey, a 10-minute break, it's a lot better than 20 stitches, a lot better. So, and this also has a hammer on it, which I would hammer wood, but never metal against metal. But yeah, this is the first time I've actually brought this out. As a matter of fact, I almost thought about getting rid of. I said, this is more or less for homesteading. But I said, you know what? those are very large logs that I want to really use. And with a saw, you're not going to be able to saw because they're basically on the ground. But this is a saw that I bought at the Georgia Bushcraft meetup. I've been looking for one of these for a long time. But there's something else I want to show you that I got there. Let me just get it. Okay, so when I was there, this is the saw. This is the saw. I mean, look at these. Man, this thing is so aggressive. The teeth are so aggressive. So what I did, I also bought a case for it to go in. So I can actually when I take this down, just fold this here. And then I take the case and I just slide it in. And then I take my axe. I don't want to do it because I don't have the mask on right now, but I'll show you. I can just take the axe. Let me just get this done real quick. I can just put the axe in here. I'm going to be very careful not to put the edges here. And just fold this over and I fasten it. So now I carry my axe and my saw, and I'm going to attach a knife that's always going to stay on this carrying case. So I can always pick this up and I have my tools. I would have an axe or a hatchet. I would definitely have a saw and a knife, and I'm going to buy an extra blade because you know you can choose which blade you want to use. This one came with the most aggressive. This is the most aggressive blade. And it's back together. But this is the most aggressive blade that it comes with. I think it's called the Sidney Rancher. So I'm going to get an extra one, and I'm going to get some more of these little rings here. But yeah, I really do like it. But I really do like the carrying case as well. And again, I picked all this up at the Georgia Bushcraft meetup, and so first time bringing it out, but I really enjoyed using this. And the thing about it, you have to know how to place your hands. Hey, MacBean, how are you doing? How to place your hands so that you don't get hot spots. When I first started, I was getting hot spots here because of the way that I was chopping. But as you do it, you know, when you're lifting it back up, this is actually lifting it back up. So you're chopping and you're lifting, this comes back up, and then you get a very good grip here and you swing. And once it's down, bringing this back up saves energy, and back down again. So once you get into a rhythm, it's real nice. And I also use this shovel today. I've been looking for one of these for so long. This is it's made by cold steel, and I like the handle. You guys see the who's engraved by? Flowers, Joe Flowers, the guy who won a loan a couple of years ago. But I like it because there are no moving parts. The other ones that I have I think it's called an E tool. Hey, it works great. Have no complaints about it. I have another small one that has a pick on it as well. I have one that's more or less like for survival with the compass and all of that good stuff. But I wanted one of these. I've been wanting one of these for so long. But every time, Zach Fowler. Okay, Zach. Okay, thank you. Zach Fowler. So, but every time I found one, it did not have a sheath. So when I was at Georgia Bushcraft, I saw them for a very reasonable price that I could not believe that other people were selling them for the same price, but there was no sheath. So here's that a sheet. So I purchased it. So this, and I do like it. I mean, I kept saying, oh, I'm going to have to lean over and dig, but it has some very sharp edges. Very sharp edges. And I mean, it just really removed the dirt really quick. So, you know me, I'm going to sharpen the edges up even more. But yeah, so I used this today. I really do like this, you know. But yeah, guys, I'm just out here. It's like the more bushcrafting that I do, it's like the more I see this, like I see how much that I don't know. So today I wasn't concentrating on tarps or anything like that. I just wanted to use the axe because I wanted to chop a large log, which I did. I wanted to use the new saw. I wanted to use the shovel. So, but when I'm coming back to this location because, like I said, I've gotten all of that wood, and I'm going to build me an Adirondack shelter so that I'm going to be covered from the back on both sides, and the part that comes down in the front, at night, I'm going to put it back because when you have a fire, you really can't be enclosed because then you can't enjoy the heat from the fire. So I'm going to, the front of the Adirondack tarp shelter, I'm going to fold it back, and I'm going to have those long logs right in front of me. And what I'm hoping to do this time is because when I do overnighters, I don't get a lot of sleep because when you come here, you're harvesting a lot of wood, and I don't stop harvesting wood until like maybe 2 hours before it's dark, and then I want to eat. Hey Ed, how you doing? And then I want to eat, and then I want to see the fire. I really like watching the fire. So what I'm thinking this time, that I can come in, I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that I can get in here Sunday night or Monday or Monday. If I can come in Sunday, I can stay until Monday morning, or if I come in Monday night, I can stay until Tuesday morning. So what I'm hoping to do is be able to come in. I only have to harvest some small wood. The bulk of the wood is done. So I can come in and harvest it. I can have lunch. I can take me and maybe 2-3 hours sleep, a nap. I don't know, 3 hours, 2-3 hours. Is that a nap? I don't know. Sleep for maybe 2 or 3 hours. Then I'm good rest of the night, you know. Then I can stay up. I can enjoy some tea or chocolate, or I can enjoy watching the fire. I can enjoy watching some YouTube. So that's what I want to do. And that's what I'm finding out is, yeah, staying overnight is easier than just coming in for one day. And, you know, and of course, when you come in at night, yeah, it can be a little spooky because you're going to hear some weird things. You know, for an example, I was just sitting here. You have been pretty busy. Oh, that was someone else. When I was here a few minutes ago, I was sitting here eating, and I heard something coming through the woods. I'm like, no, that's not a deer. They're not going to come that close to a fire. But it was a hunter. So that's another thing you have to be cognizant of. And I do have some orange with me, my hat. And so you got to be cognizant of the hunters are here, which I have to get out here before Saturday and do some hunting as well. Because this particular location, rifle season is only for 2 weeks. Then I'm going to have to go to another county where it's basically shotgun. And if I want to do rifle, I'm going to have to go about maybe 60 miles away. So if I go on a hunt that's 60 miles away, I'm not coming back the same day unless I have harvested something. So those are my plans. Um, it's it's a lot, but hey, it's fun. But hey, so any of you guys um considered or thinking about going out in the bush, doing some overnighters? Um, because the thing about bushcrafting, this is what I guess I'm gonna say I find difficult. It's really hard to bushcraft if you don't go out into the bush. I mean, I know some people that even if you go out just once a month, that's fine. The reason that I'm able to come out so much is because I'm only 20, 21 miles from my house. So that's no problem right there. But I have bushcraft at other locations, but and that's when I'm with someone else. But since I'm by myself, I just come to this one location. And once you get into the bush, you know, that's But there are there is part of this wildlife management that I'm not familiar with. Um, Chocolate, yep, chocolate and coffee. Yeah, I mean, I love some chocolate with marshmallows or green tea. But I also, guys, I saw this. I made this mixture. Man, it's so good. A clove stick, uh, ginger, lemon, and mint. Those four, and a touch of honey. So I have some of that in my other container over there, and that's like my dessert. But after I had the ramen noodles and the steamed vegetables, it turned out okay. I'm really not, I'm full, and I always bring a lot of water with me. Like for instance, this is the 32 ounce, so I have a 32 ounce, and then I have a 28 ounce in my rucksack. This is a 24 ounce, and then I have two 16 ounces. So because I'm not near water, not at this particular location, but you always want to have a lot of water to extinguish your fire, to make sure that fire's out. So that's one of the things that I do. But tea, what is it? Oh, I've never heard it. I can't see the by raspberry. I don't know, but I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up. But yeah, I mean, I really like tea. One of my favorites is rosemary. Is it rosemary? Yeah, rosemary, mint. The thing is, get the organic. It's really, really good. But yeah, I saw something on the web, and it said it mentioned the clove stick, the ginger, the mint, and the honey. I mean, a lemon and the honey. So I made some that same day, and it's like, well, I made some the same day when I went to the store to buy the mint, and it was really, really good. But hey, and something else that happened when you go to the grocery store, sometimes they no longer have the small carts. It's kind of like saying, "How dare you?" Yeah. When you go to the grocery store, you know how they have the regular carts that you put your groceries in, and then they have the little small hand cart. So I went in and I asked them, I said, where are the hand carts? The little blue ones. They said, oh, we don't have any more. We don't use those anymore. I said, you don't. So your goal is to have everyone to get a basket because they're going to put more things in that basket. I said, so my basket is going to be my hands. So I was just going to get some organic mint. It didn't work well. When you get the mint, then you buy some honey. It's like, well, I got to have a basket to put this in. And that's all I'm going to get. You end up getting everything else. It's like, well, I may as well get this since I'm here. And I may as well get this since I'm here. And I only came to get some mint, to make this drink. So, but nevertheless, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. But yeah, guys, I'm just out here. Yeah, this was I didn't want to stay out here too long today because, like I said, tomorrow's the big day. I gotta go. where my son lives, it's only maybe 40 miles from where I live. So not very far. But I don't know what the weather's going to be like tomorrow. I don't know. It's so unpredictable, you know. I mean, I can be sitting in my house. The next thing you know, I'm like, is it raining? Yeah, it is actually raining, you know. And then I heard we were supposed to get some snow. This doesn't seem like any snow. When I left this morning, the weather was cool. I have another layer of clothing over there. But when you start sawing and chopping, you have to take all that stuff off, you know. Um, but yeah, I'm just so any of you guys, are you interested in any bushcrafting? Are you doing any bushcrafting? I would love to hear about it because from that you can. I don't know. I just got a buffering sound, but it's back. Um, store about these things, and they're not even related to bushcrafting. She does car camping, but she was showing how you could repurpose those items. You know, I think it was like one of those folding bowls. She bought it and she did something else with it, but she was showing how you can buy other things and repurpose them for camping. She's a car camper, and man, I would really enjoy doing some camping with her. It's really amazing when you see people go out there. By myself, that's for sure. I feel safe, but yeah, I don't know, man. I think it's the location that I'm in, but I'm really concerned about really at night bears, and I have seen a bear at night, you know, or wild pigs or something like that, you know. But that's why that's one of the reasons why I keep a fire going all night, you know. Just besides, you know, but oh, I also bought a bow practice kit, and I was at home. I actually got it, and I got some smoke. But I said, you know what? I'm inside. I just wanted to try. You know how you want to try something before you leave? It's like, let me just try this real quick. And I was able to get the dust from the spindle. Spindle. It's an entire kit. So it's like, okay, so now I got to go home and practice that. And then I got to come out and start a fire because starting a fire with a ferrocerium rod and flint and steel, when you've done it numerous times, it's like, okay, now I need to learn how to do a bow drill. And but the thing about a bow drill, you have to get the right wood. So this is a kit that I can practice my technique with, and I'm actually going to bring it out, and I'm actually going to make a fire with it. Um, that's the fun part about. Well, that's what I enjoy, making the fire, but also being able to sustain the fire. That's the important thing. Sure, you get that fire started, and no matter how much wood you have, you still will have to feed that fire. If you want that fire to continuously burn, you have to continuously feed that fire, which means you have to harvest a lot of wood. And the saying goes, when you think you have enough wood, get twice as more. So even though the amount of wood that I have here, over here, I know I'm still going to have to get more wood, which I'm going to get smaller pieces. But as far as kindling, I'm going to take some of this wood and I'm going to split it and make some kindling. Yeah. Oh, that's someone talking to someone. Okay. Bear spray. Okay. Self defense is. You know what? Yeah. Let me ask you something about the bear spray. Now, once you get bear spray, how long is it good? Some I've heard is good for a year. Then I heard that once you spray it, you have to use it all. It's I don't know. I haven't studied up on it, but I've always heard that bear spray is really good, and I just haven't bought any, you know, um, because like I said, I've never been. The closest I've been to a bear is maybe maybe 20 feet. And that was some time ago. Me and another guy, we were out in the woods and we were gathering some hunting stands. Hunting season was over. So we were gathering the hunting stands. And we happened to be sitting on a log. And it just kind of mumbled over to me, bear. And I looked and I saw this bear that had to be about 300. It was a black bear, maybe 300 pounds. And I just looked at the bear and so many things. And there were some things I did, made this certain noise. I said, that bear has heard that sound before. So that's the closest I've been to a bear. I've been bear hunting and I've seen some bears bear hunting, but when I saw the bear, I was climbing up in the tree. I was in my climber, and the bear was running, but it was being chased by dogs. And it's like, well, if you hear dogs, that's very unethical to harvest a bear that someone is using a dog. They've put time, effort, money into training these dogs, and then for you to take their bear wouldn't be good. So, but anyway, I didn't have a shot anyway because I was climbing up the tree. My rifle was still on the ground. And let's see, there's been other times I've seen them, but they were so far away. I'm not going to take a shot that far away on a black bear. But I'm going to get my bear tags. Every year I get bear tags, and I don't get a bear. And most of the time when I see bears, it's in June when I'm out squirrel hunting. That's when I see them. But they seem to just go their way, and I'm glad they go their way, and I just go my way. So, but yeah, that's the thing you see in the woods. Let me see, around the cabin. Good pistol is your best defense from a black bear. I'm with you 100%. Let's say something like before 9. Let's say it's after 9 and it's before 11. That's my go-to right there. It's after 9 and it's before 11 millimeter. That's my thing right there. So and at night, even more powerful tools at night, But in the daytime, that's the only thing I carry with me. But you just got to be careful. Plus, I'm always listening to something on YouTube or radio. So something is always going, which I would think maybe an animal do not want to come around, especially if there's a fire going. And talking about fire, with the fire going out, I can just feel the temperature, Isn't that amazing? The minute the fire goes out, you start feeling the real temperature, but hey, it's all good, You like the 40 cal and the 10 mil. Well, I think they are one of the same. I think the 10 mil just has more powder, larger casing, because I think they both use the same bullet. It's just that the 10 millimeter has a longer casing, and that's my go-to. I like the Glocks, so that's my go-to. But that at night there's something called a 590 Shockwave. That's my go-to at night. When I do an overnighter, you can't go wrong with a 590 Shockwave. But yeah, but I don't know. I've never had a reason to even utilize them, but it's always good to have them. I've never eaten a black bear before. I've heard people. I've had friends that say they do eat it. 590 Shockwave too. Yeah, man, that thing is nice. I really do like it. I'll tell you something that's really nice for it. They're called Brenneke Black Magic Magnum. Brenneke Black Magic Magnum. 3-inch, 605 grain hard cast. So, I mean, those are used for buffaloes and things like that. But man, I think, you know, and they're basically again smooth board, strictly for a smooth board, you know. But I'll have to look into that. Yeah, Brenneke, Black Magic Magnum, 605 grain hard cast. Muzzle velocity, I think, is 1507. Muzzle velocity 1507. Uh, let's see. If it won't charge a slug, will stop, but only in extreme cases. Usually, noise and yelling will send him away. But once the charge comes, you are. Yeah, you're right. You know, um, you're right about that, man. I've seen some wild things. You know, but that was in Alaska. You know, that was with polar bears and grizzlies. You know, but when I'm out here during the day, I make sure I'm out of here before dark. You know, afternoon, amigo. Hey, how you doing, Kenna John? How are you, man? Kenna John is a great musician, a great guitar player. Yeah, I used to have a guitar when I was very, very small. Hey, it was fun. I didn't do much with it, but then my older brother, he played the guitar quite a bit. Uh, I ended up being in a high school band playing an alto saxophone. That was about it for my music. Uh, but yeah, but you know, I don't know. It's just fun being out in the bush. You know, it's just fun. And he plays. Yeah, he does. He plays great music. He really does. I wish I had talent like that. You know, but I don't. You know, I played an alto saxophone from the seventh grade to my senior year in high school. And in the last semester of high school, I just dropped it. I said, no more. Because I had to take a real hard reality check. And I said to myself, can I make a secure living off of music? I don't think I could have. So immediately I didn't. I think after the 12th grade, after March 1974, I never picked up a saxophone again because I was my main goal was always thinking career. What am I going to do for my career? That was the important thing for me. So yeah, but music is great. It's a you know, like to say, music is a universal language. You know, and it's amazing. You watch these shows and you see some of the most interesting, beautiful talent. You know, and I'm saying, wow, man, I wish I could have done that, but I'm not a musician. I can read music. Good for the soul. Yeah. See, my issue with music, I could read music very well. I was in the high school stage band. I was in the San Antonio Spurs jazz band. I was in all of that. I was reading music. I could not just listen, pick up music. I couldn't do that. And you have to, I think it's very important to be able to just listen and play music by ear. I couldn't do it, and that's why I did not think I could make a secure living from music, even though I really did like it. I mean, I had the private lessons, piano lessons, all of that good stuff. But my senior year in high school, it was a reality check. No, I can't make a secure living. It was, and I think football, career. And it's like, nope, football's not going to happen. Basketball's not going to happen. I raced bikes for a while. It's like, nope, I'm never going to make it to Europe. So that's not going to work. But I think that's part of life. You try things, and I think that's a good thing. You tried many different things. I think that's life. But my life now is just to hunt, fish, swim. What I like doing. It's so many things to choose from this day and age. Yeah, so many things. Hey, oops, how are you? Yeah, guys, I'm just here rattling off. Like I said, I'm really happy that I finally used this axe, and I'm so glad that I was able to conquer that large log, because when I do the next log, when you do something for the very first time, you don't know what to expect. It's like, how long is it really going to take me? I heard this one guy said, oh, he could fell a tree like in 10 minutes. So when I started that, it's like, when 10 minutes came, it's like, I don't know if I'm doing this right. But, for my first time, I think I'm going to say totally 20 minutes, I guess. It took me 20 minutes. And I did have to stop a couple of times, but about 20 minutes. But now it just makes me say, you know what? Anytime I see a large log that's on the ground and it is not convenient to saw it, rather than just pass it up, the challenge will be to chop it with an axe. So this is 26 inch, and I have an 18 inch I've brought out here. And the thing about these tools, axes, knives, saws, it really is a skill. I mean, you really truly have to practice this stuff. But my thing to practice and keep in mind is safety, because you're out here by yourself. I'm only maybe 200 yards away from my vehicle. Someone knows where I am. They're not going to come out here looking for me. They're going to call 911 or something to that effect. But even if something did happen, from what I understand, I do have a cell phone number to the game warden here, but they have to come from I think it's called the game warden house or something like that. So the thing is, just be careful, no, move slowly. There's no need to rush. If you get tired, stop, because there's always another day. Even when I'm packing up, I methodically put things just the way they were in my rucksack when I came here, because I know I'm going to be out here before dark. And even when I do overnighters, I still want things to be in order. But you know what? I was talking to one of the guys at the Georgia Bushcraft, Greg Ovens, and he said even doing a 3-day, even staying out there 3 days, it's tough. Even though he's done it many times, it's tough. The most I've stayed out by myself is just an overnighter by myself. But I have stayed out with 2 other guys, and I think we stayed out 2 nights. But it was more or less like a camping thing, and it was fun. But when you're by yourself, it's all on you. So, but I'm only coming in like maybe 200 yards because I'm here to practice. But I've got to start expanding that area, because I like doing the navigation. Like, even though I know my way in, I'm going to use my compass going out. Foraging, something that I have to do. Again, using the compass. And it's fun, because every time I got to get some work done. Okay, but coffee, I definitely appreciate it. Well, how long I've been on 50 minutes, going on 51 minutes, yeah. But like I said, I read something, there are 15 important things in bushcraft, and of course, land navigation is one of them. Foraging, hunting, hiking, fishing, a lot of things. So, but when you're bushcrafting, you're supposed to be surviving, enjoying, and thriving off the land. You don't You don't want to be in a stressful situation or anything like that, you know. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to come in and show you all the wood that I've prepared for my next outing. Again, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I can get out here Sunday, which means I can stay until Monday, or I get out here Monday and stay until Tuesday. I have to wait and see how it goes. But so, guys, I'm not going to hold you any longer. I definitely appreciate all of you coming out here. Hey, and so when you guys go out in the bush or you do any camping trips, yeah, come back and just do a live or something and let me know how it went, because I like hearing from people, their experiences. You know, like I said, lately I've learned so much from Blackie Thomas. So, I mean, you can learn. I learn from all of them, you know. But I want to hear from individuals when it's like their first or second time going out, or maybe they go out maybe once a month or something like that. Because everyone have different experiences, you know. But yeah. So if you do that, let me know. I'll be at the cabin this coming weekend. Oh man, that's nice. That is nice. Being at the cabin, yeah, just enjoying life. Yeah. So I'll be. Oh, you'll be at work. Hey, being at work is not a bad thing. You know, being at work is not a bad thing. Actually, it is a good thing. You know. Yeah, it's a good thing, man. With everything in today's world, it's always good to have a job. It's always good to have an income. You know, I mean, there's some people, man, that's like your heart just goes out to them. You know, when I was in the store yesterday, you just see some sad things. You know, um, that's beyond. It's beyond some people's control. It's beyond their control. Some things, you know, but it is what it is. You know, you just hope the best for everyone. You want to help yourself so that you can help your family, and that's real important. So I don't know. I don't. Maybe we have some challenging days ahead of us. Maybe we don't. I don't know. I just, just try to have fun. Do your best. Hey, be kind to people. They're not kind to you. Well, whatever. But hey, guys, I'm going to rains. It's not on the ground, so that's going to burn some more calories, give me some more exercise. Then again, I just may leave them because, hey, if it rains, it rains. It gets wet. What's the challenge? Hey, the wood is wet. I'm going to make it burn. So, all right, guys. With that said, I'm going to head out of here. It's been enjoyable. I appreciate it. You guys taking some time out of your day to come here and listen to me ramble. And everyone enjoy tomorrow. And I'm going to see you the next time I'm in the bush or on a video, which I have one tomorrow. I think it's pretty interesting on the 10 C's. I actually show using the 10 C's and I try to explain the 10 C's. So hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I forgot it was on the 26th. If I had known that, I would have made it to 27th. But I'll just go ahead and leave it. I'll go ahead and leave it there. And if you don't get a chance to watch it, you can always see the replay. All right, guys. Thanks again. It's been enjoyable. I'm going to see you next time. Take care, everyone.